The United States has launched several defensive strikes within Iran over the last few days. Some of these strikes include striking a military site, shooting down 5 drones, and also sinking 2 Iranian ships on Sunday. With this occurring, I will say it is safe to say the ceasefire is officially over. So with that in mind, I do want to see what's headed next and whether or not we're going to continue seeing this like flip-flop between like calm waters and like random attacks. To me, this is definitely, I mean, I keep saying in all of my videos, stock market manipulation. This is giving like the same vibe. But I will say the energy with this seems a little more intense. So I do want to compare, I'm going to bring up Russia and Ukraine and the conflict going on there, and then compare what's going on in Iran with that conflict. I know they're 2 completely separate things, but the one similar part of it is Putin expected a quick victory, but it's now lasting like 4+ years at this point. So I'm a little concerned that with the way the war in Iran is going, there's a possibility that this war between Iran and the United States could also last years and years and years, especially since I pulled double energy when I first did a reading on this, which is like a extremely long-term hold on something. First, I do want to talk about the keywords I pulled today. I have nuclear weapons, Strait of Hormuz, and broader global war. So I want to see what's going on with that first, and then maybe get more in depth when it comes to potential timelines of how long this is going to last and whether or not it could potentially turn into the Russia-Ukraine conflict where it just never ends, just a never-ending back and forth. I do want to see if Iran was truly laying down mines within the Strait of Hormuz as well. And then I'm going to talk about Cuba because the War Powers Act was used, actually. So Trump is not legally able to invade Cuba at this point. However, knowing Trump, I'm curious to see if he will somehow work around this. Cuba is a huge risk to attack at this point because I did mention they are currently in possession of Iranian drones. And the IRGC is there, training the military. So they're preparing to defend themselves from a potential invasion. That could be why the War Powers Act was actually used for a change. I was surprised when I saw that. So we'll see what goes on with that as well. But yeah. Honestly, I don't think I need to pull cards on these. I pulled these off camera. I'm just going to talk about them right now. We got nuclear weapons here. Iran did make a statement that they are not willing to forfeit their uranium enrichment. So could they be trying to, I will say, use that to their advantage at this point while we go back and forth? Like, forever and ever and ever, probably. The Strait of Hormuz is here. Broader global war is here. We could see if there's a chance nuclear, I don't know, like this. I don't know. I don't want to say nuclear weapons will be used, but why is nuclear weapons here? That's what I'm... It could just be what I said, like Spirit letting us know that Iran doesn't want to give up their uranium enrichment. But we'll see. Is there any other reason nuclear weapons is here? 10 of Wands. What is the 10 of Wands energy? Okay, this is the resistance of forfeiting. Okay, that, I mean, that's pretty much it. All right. Strait of Hormuz. I guess we could see if the conflict back and forth will simmer down within the Strait of Hormuz anytime soon. Will conflict decrease within the Strait of Hormuz anytime soon? Will the conflict within the Strait of Hormuz end anytime soon? I'm hearing all for oneself. Hermit is usually a very isolated energy. I don't see any collaborative effort occurring anytime soon. And the Ten of Swords is on the back, so there's that. Broader global war is here, which is a little concerning. A lot of people are speculating that this could potentially lead into, like, World War III. I guess we could pull energy on that. Is a broader global war likely next? Yeah. Spirit's telling us this is definitely like a recipe in the works to create a broader global war. The Two of Wands is starting something. It could take some time for it to expand to that level, which is why the Ukraine conflict, Russia-Ukraine conflict is concerning me a bit. But yeah, that's all I'm going to talk about when it comes to keywords. I think I'm going to do energy on whether or not this will turn into Ukraine, Russia, like years and years and years and years, and then do pendulum questions. As of right now, is it likely that the Iran war, United States conflict, what am I saying? Is it likely that the Iran war will last years and years and years, similar to the Russia-Ukraine conflict here? Is it likely that the Iran war will last years and years and years? Six of Wands. This is all about ego and arrogance. And I think I mentioned before I did this that no one's willing to collaborate here. I'm hearing if there's no collaborative effort, the war will persist, which I guess is self-explanatory. I believe in one of my readings, like way early back, I said the war would likely end at like right before the midterms. Like that was like Iran was kind of just like toying with Trump and being like, okay, we've had enough. But the energy has shifted a bit, and unfortunately, I don't see them. They feel extremely disrespected, and I don't see them letting up that easy anymore, unless Trump gives them all of the things that they want, actually. And since Trump is an arrogant asshole, he will most likely not do that. This is arrogant. This is the card of arrogance, actually, on the back. So this is dicey. And the like cherry on top, Trump said he doesn't give a fuck about the midterms, which to me is like peak arrogance. He thinks he can do whatever the fuck he wants, do whatever he wants, and still kind of claim his place as president of the United States, or like find some sort of workaround to do whatever the fuck he wants and keep whatever the fuck he wants. So yeah. That's not great, honestly. But I want to be honest with the energy. I will switch over to pendulum and clear some things up when it comes to that, in case I misread the energy, because that is a possibility. And then I'm going to talk about Cuba and whether or not the United States was truly like doing like defensive strikes on Iran. I'm skeptical because it's weird. Trump was already with Pete Hegseth Sunday, so it's like they were already planning something before Iran did anything. So, like, he literally went on his way to miss his son's wedding and then did these defensive strikes. I mean, okay, let's see. I'm going to confirm whether or not Iran was actually laying mines within the Strait of Hormuz, then talk about Cuba, and then confirm a few things when it comes to how long this thing is going to last. Was Iran truly laying down mines within the Strait of Hormuz on Sunday, leading to the strikes on Iranian ships on Sunday? Yes, okay, so that's true. Energetically, this is energy. This is energy work. So, like, take it with a grain of salt, as always. Next, although the War Powers Act was used to block the Trump administration from attacking Cuba, as of right now, is it more likely than not that Trump will still go ahead and attack Cuba in any way? Will Trump still go ahead and attack Cuba in any way? Yes, that's not what I want to see. Is Cuba currently in possession of Iranian drones? Yes. Is Trump aware that Cuba is in possession of Iranian drones? What the fuck? What? I mean, at this point, will the War Powers Act still block an attack for some time, I'm hearing? Okay, good. He may find out eventually, and that may shift the energy, I'm hearing. Okay, thank you. So, if Donald Trump knew Cuba was in possession of Iranian drones, would Donald Trump attack Cuba still in any way, shape, or form if he knew this about Cuba? If yes, oh my fucking god. That's a small yes, though. Yes. I don't want to say that. Trump doesn't care about anything. End of story. I'm going to talk about the length of this conflict and then close this one out. The Iran conflict. So, as of right now, is it more likely than not that Iran and the United States will come to an agreement permanently ending this war by or before the 2026 midterms? Will Iran and the United States come to an agreement ending this war by or before the United States midterms? No. Okay. As of right now, is it more likely than not that the Iran war will last multiple years, more so than months? Will the Iran war last multiple years, more so than months? Yes. Okay. I'm hearing the cards were accurate. Okay, yes.